Dear Dairy. Every single time. Every time. Never fails. Actually, I just got back over here from the other house where I'm dog sitting this weekend, and just decided, I mean, it's 7:30. I almost never record my vlog this early. This time I decided to make an exception because I'm dog sitting, and the only other way I'd be able to do it is to either move my entire rig over there for like a day and a half, or use the laptop to do this. And all you got to do is go back about 60 episodes and you will see exactly how horrible that laptop camera is. But they're notorious for being horrible. Anyway, what happened today? What happened today? We did the podcast, or we tried to do the podcast. Did not work out so well. We ultimately we did it, but so I'm very thirsty today. What we did was every time Geekdomo would call us, if he was just calling me, everything would work fine. He could see my video stream, and I could see him, and everything was great. And then Locke would connect from England, and it would all go to hell. My video feed would turn into a black screen with a little swirling, hey, I'm thinking about it. Locke's would be the same. If we disconnected and he just, and it was just he and Locke, Locke's was a black screen with a swirly thing in the middle. If it was just me and Locke, everything worked fine. So, I mean, this leads me to think that it was something on Domo's side, but we're not sure what. We tried doing it with a Google Hangout, and that didn't work. And so ultimately, we decided, you know what, we're just going to do it without video feed from either of us, because it'll still have our icons, our avatars up there. But you just won't be able to see us, our lips moving and everything. And that was fine. I didn't mind. And during that podcast, I think a couple, or at least one of the Sony folks was there. And at least at first, Pentapod was kind enough to show up. Domino. And I've been thinking about this really cool, crafting idea that came to me last week. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. It would work so well. And so what it is like, if you look in WoW and you go in and you're going to be crafting something, or let's say you want to enchant something, and you open the trade window to trade back and forth, there's way down at the bottom is the little slot for this item will not be traded. And you put it in there, and the enchanter will enchant it or whatever, and boom, you do the thing. Well, what I was thinking is you can do the same thing with, somebody goes over to the, let's say you want a guy who's really, really good at blacksmithing to make you, a set of armor or whatever. And you go over to him and you have a section that, you can put all the materials, or he has all the materials or whatever. And you're like, this is what I want. And the two of you basically open a trade window, or what it would be is effectively tandem crafting. And so you both go over by the forge and the anvil, and you're using it, by the blacksmithing station. You open up these windows, and the guy who's doing the blacksmithing clicks a button that says apprentice, and you're in a party with him, and he can select from a drop down who is apprenticing for him, and it would be you. So he selects your name, and then effectively the two of you are working on this thing. And he selects whatever recipe he wants to make, and then that goes into the window. And when it's done, I keep likening it to WoW, because a lot of times there were things that I wanted to have that somebody else could make, but as soon as they made it, it bound to them because it was bind on pickup. And it's so either I had to learn to do that, or they had to, there was no other way to do it. I just had to find something else that was whatever. I was always lucky that everything I wanted was something that I could make. Like that really cool leather mask. Anyway, so, this was my idea, this tandem thing. And even if you're not making something for that person, while you're apprenticed to this person, to the master, even if they are at max level and they can't gain any more experience in blacksmithing, your levels of blacksmithing going up because you're learning from them effectively. And I was like, this would be so cool. And so I mentioned this, and Domino in the chat, she's like, yeah, I think we did something like that with EQ2. And I'm like, no, God, it's just this awesome idea. And, yeah, we've already done it. She wasn't dismissive about it in any way. She was like, it's okay. I mean, it's certainly not an original idea, but I thought it was. No. But, if it's something that they've done before, then it's something that is entirely possible they could do again and do it better. Ooh. So there's that. Yeah, that was pretty much the thing. For the narration with moving on to Star Citizen now, for the narration of the Galactic Guides, I think the next one I'm going to do is the Terra system, which I have discovered is not our solar system. Because ours is the Sol system, and then apparently there is a Terra system, spelled Terra, just like the name of this planet, Terra, but that's the entire system. And over there, Terra 3, which is exactly where, Earth would be. Ours is Sol 3, and that one is Terra 3, or just called Terra. A little bit confusing. But apparently within the lore of the universe, that's kind of a point of conflict, not like war conflict, but just people getting bitchy at each other, because the people who live on Terra are like, this should be the cultural center of the United Empire of Earth. And the people who live on Earth are like, no, Earth should be the center. Well, maybe not that much, but, anyway, it's kind of a point of contention between them. So I think that'll be the next thing that I'm doing is the Terra system. I'm going to have to spend a bit of time reading it. And since I'm going to be dog sitting, I won't have my rig to record. So I probably won't get to that until like maybe Sunday night. Because I come back Sunday about maybe probably sometime between noon and 4. Because the guys are supposed to get back from Reno, from the ordination, at about 4 or so. So I'll probably leave before that. And come back home. But we'll see. So let's see. Yeah, we are really not much else going on. So I'll probably record it maybe Sunday night and see how it goes. So we're at about 8 minutes, I think. And I think that's good enough for this one, because I'm going to have to start it uploading and then go over there and then do all the processing and everything while I'm over there, do it from the laptop. So I will let you guys go, and I don't know if I'll talk to you guys tomorrow or not. It'll depend. If you don't see a vlog from me tomorrow night, Saturday night, it's just because it's just rolling out to be too much of a hassle to do it while I'm staying over there and come back over here and do the recording and blah, blah, blah. So if you don't see anything from me tomorrow, that's why. And then I'll just talk to you guys again on Sunday. So until then, be careless.